Hi guys, it's Kalina with Cue the Confetti. I don't know really what I'm going to say or if I'm even going to post this. This weekend on Sunday starts Holy Week on Palm Sunday, and it's a weird time to celebrate Easter. My name is Kalina Hankey, and I am a preschool teacher, and I have been a youth director for the last 10 years until I moved to Oklahoma. I've spent my whole life in the church, and I have always lived in the South, in Texas, and I grew up Methodist. I was super active in my youth group, went to the Wesley Foundation is where I met my husband, and our pastor married us from the Wesley Foundation, and I've always been involved in church until we moved to Oklahoma. We sought out a church, we visited churches, and found a church that we enjoyed the preaching at, but we never really find our niche in a church here in Oklahoma. So we aren't currently attending church. My daughter knows that Jesus loves her, knows the Bible. In fact, I have her Bible right here. This is the one we use for her, and it was really a sad moment for me, being the former family ministries director at the church I was at, to miss my daughter being involved in a church and being able to get her Bible with her friends in second grade this year, which third grade is usually when the churches and Methodist church do that thing. So we bought her this one for Christmas this year. So definitely church people. And this upcoming week with Cue the Confetti, I'm doing secular Easter with the Easter Bunny and also Christian Easter with the Easter story. I'm struggling with finding the joy of Easter in this time. And to be quite honest, the lockdown really hasn't upset me that much. I am actually an introvert by nature. I enjoy being by myself. I enjoy being with my little family. And I've enjoyed doing these videos. It has taken my mind off of being anxious over watching the numbers climb and worried for my parents to get sick and other friends of mine or myself. We have definitely had, as one of my preacher's friends said, the lentiest Lent ever. So how do we celebrate Easter like this? And truly, I don't know. The more I grew in my faith as an adult and became a youth director at Shreveport, hi my youth, I miss you guys so much still. I have really opened my eyes up to what are we doing here? What are we teaching? And I grew up getting Bible tracts in my Halloween basket, my Easter basket from neighbors, and grew up so ingrained in that Southern Christian faith that I look back at it now and go, that's kind of weird. Like the Bible tracts were always about Jesus's death and crucifixion and of course his resurrection. But what a weird place to start. I just thought it was just so interesting that was the first thing we told kids, little babies, is like Jesus was born and was a baby and then he died. And the one message that was in between was Jesus loves you, which is an important message, but we have to go beyond that and explain what Jesus did in his ministry, in his 3 years of ministry, was radical and amazing and had never been done before. Jesus was a pioneer when it came to loving people that didn't look like himself, that didn't act like himself, that didn't believe in the Torah, that didn't do the things that made them clean is a radical God that I follow. And here we are just talking about him being a baby. He loves you, and then he died and rose again. If you don't know who Jesus is, if you don't know what he taught, then how can you fully comprehend his love for you? And I think that that's where I've grown. And I love what I believe more now than I ever have in my whole life. And I want my daughter to know Jesus and his teachings, and then understand why Easter is important. Because if you don't understand the radical love that he gave to all people, then you cannot understand what that crucifixion meant. It's more than just the physical pain that he had to go through. It's the awesome and overwhelming and incomparable love that he has for us. All of us, all humans. We are all God's children. And that's the message that I hope we are spreading during this time of crisis. What Jesus wants from us is to love his people, to take care of each other, and to be in service with him. I want you to know that you are loved absolutely, completely, exactly how you are. And that is the message of the gospel. Happy Easter. Happy Holy Week, my friends. Easier said than done. Thanks for listening.